wants to beat the piss out of Joe Rogan, and I'm here for all of it. It has to be one of the funniest situations I've ever seen inside my entire life, and the best way to give you a picture representation of what's going down. You ever seen that picture of the chimp and it's just sitting there all calm and chill, and you have that other animal? I can't remember if it's like a lion, a wolf, or whatever. It's just barking and screaming in its face, and the chimp is just unbothered. That's what's going on right now. And the Liver King is crazy. Don't get me wrong. This guy is insane. He's always been an insane individual. It's the same guy who walks outside barefoot in the woods, which you shouldn't do that because, mind you, there's all these animals in there. These animals be pissing and having drop-ins everywhere. You're stepping on that with your bare feet. You step on one pine cone or a sharp rock and it's a wrap. Good infection, right? I mean, you can walk barefoot up your driveway to, take the trash to the curb, or maybe you want to get your mail, you walk in your backyard, but I would not go past the curb. That's not a good idea, people. You shouldn't do that. Like walking to the store, or this guy's case, walking everywhere barefoot. I mean, I kid you not. I wanted backstory on why these two were fighting, so I go to Liver King's Instagram. This guy, the first video I see, I kid you not, he is crawling on all fours in a hotel, like it's like a hotel corridor, and he's just crawling on all fours, like so I don't know what he's doing, like he's like some mongoloid or something, like he just crawled out of a sewage pipe, like the Toxic Avenger. And the thing that was scary about this video was not him crawling on the floor, that's not what it was. It was the fact that when he stood upright, he looks like he's 28 months pregnant. He looks like a cat with a big ass litter, and like this bulging giant abdomen. It looks like he's about to just give at any moment. And when the shadow hits it, and he's turning his body, his entire stomach had recreated every single phase of the moon. I saw a fucking waning gibbous in there. It was just absolutely repulsive. It was disgusting. He looks like a bloated cadaver floating up the stream that you'd see on a live leak video. I don't know how he's alive. I genuinely have no clue that he's alive. And if you look at his face, you would think he's like 62, 65. No, not even. You'd think he's like 70-something. This guy looks like he's 71 in the jaw. He looks like a dirty-ass broom that was used in a middle school. The guy looks like a fucking prop from a haunted house. He's 47. He is 47. He looks like hell for 40. If I looked like that at 47, please put me out of my misery. Shout out to Chester Bennington. For the song. For the song. Shout out to the song that Chester sung. Good Lord, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But if I did look like that at 47, I would absolutely hate it, guys. Absolutely horrifying. And he's calling out Joe Rogan for a fight, guys, which I gotta be honest, you're in your 40s. Calling out people for fights online is something I should be doing. I'm in my 20s. The second you hit like 35, 36, you shouldn't be doing it, guys. Like early 30s is fine. You're like kind of getting there, but the mid 30s, late 40s, you shouldn't be doing that shit. You just shouldn't be, guy. Especially when you're falling apart. The guy looks like he's about to just combust. Like, you ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn, the vampires at the end when they get hit with the sun ray, like, rah! And they just explode? Looks like it's about to happen to this guy at any fucking given moment. So I wouldn't be fighting anybody if I was built like you. And you know what? He went all the way down to Austin, Texas to go get a good scrap with Joseph of the Rogan. He got arrested, guy. He got arrested. Who would have thought? So this guy gets arrested for this. And guess what he does? He gets arrested, gets an ankle monitor, and his prompt response to getting arrested with an ankle monitor is to call out Joseph Rogan again. He calls out Joe Rogan again on his Instagram, but not direct this time. This time he's like, I'm calling out Seth Rogen's cousin, whose first name rhymes with Blow. He's like, are you fucking stupid? Do you think investigators and detectives are going to watch that and be like, oh, he's totally not talking about Joe Rogan. Not a chance, guy. He clearly says Seth Rogen's got, like, what? You that stupid? You can't be this fucking stupid. You're an absolute numbskull. Genuinely, this guy is a grade A idiot. I have never seen, like, a human just that dumb. Like, he thinks he's just gonna outsmart the cops. Dude, most detectives' IQ is like 120 on, like, a bad day. Detectives are intelligent people. He's just gonna outsmart detectives. Listen, if you can outsmart a detective, at this point, I don't think you'd be in the situation that you're in right now, where you're pretty much just waiting on death row for your body to give out at any given moment. It's horrifying, and I gotta be honest, him versus Joe Rogan, who do you think will win in a fight? The Liver King or Joe Rogan? Go down in the comment section down below. Who do you think would win? I think it'd be an interesting one. And, gotta be honest, obviously, I think I'm gonna go with Joe Rogan, even though Joe Rogan's like 5'5", 5'6", he's a little guy, little manlet. He got some skill. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing him hit some pads, which people do look good on pads, but they're not that good in a fight. I've seen Joe Rogan spar. He's very stiff in sparring. Again, throughout all my years in kickboxing and boxing, there's a lot of guys who look great on pads but aren't good at sparring. And some guys who look horrible at sparring, look horrible on pads and shadow boxing, but they're phenomenal when they actually spar and fight. So you never know. Well, okay, you got an inkling But I doubt he would lose to Liver King. Imagine that. Imagine this happens. Joe Rogan and Liver King, they go to fight. And Liver King just goes full fucking primal. Just straight primal rage. Just grabs Joe Rogan's head and just rips it the fuck off. Just starts squeezing his head. His eyes come out like Invincible. He's like, put me down. Put me down. Put me down. His eyes just come out. It's like just rips his head out. At that point, y'all. So that fucking primal shit's got him, geeked. His bears start coming out the woods dancing and shit. Fucking rabbits start playing the drums in the background. It's like, oh, it's Captain Primal. That's what it is, man. Shit. That could happen. That could genuinely happen. So I could see why Joe Rogan is not responding. Because you don't want to find out if he's actually primal like that. Like, just imagine that. He actually turned out this entire time the primal stuff's just been the truth. He's never been injecting anything. He never has. He's never injected anything. He's not on any substances he shouldn't be. No, it's just a primal. He crawls on all fours. Just like, that's what cavemen looked like 10,000 years ago. This guy be wrestling bears and shit. He beat a gorilla in an arm wrestling match. He gets his hands on Joe Rogan. Oh, fuck. He's going to put him in one of those pony jars. Which is like, oh, later, Joe. Oh, God. That's foul. He just puts Joe Rogan in a pony jar. Oh, no, Joe Rogan. Get out. He's like, ding, 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 ding. Let me out. So, oh, God. It's over for Joe Rogan, man. At that point, it's over. But I think if they do fight, I'd put my money on Joe Rogan, but I would like to see the Liver King win. I would, because I think it'd be interesting. It'd be something we don't talk about. Like, oh, shit. You saw what the Liver King did to that guy? Just ripped his fucking arms off and beat him in the head with it. It'd be crazy. You let me know who you think will win the fight. And genuinely, I don't think they're ever gonna scrap, because at the end of the day, dude, Joe Rogan's way too old for this shit. The guy's like, what, 52, 51? He's way too old for this. Again, if these guys were in their 20s, it would make sense. That's something I should be doing. I'm 24. So me going out, I'm gonna kick your ass, saying that online, that makes sense for a guy like me. Dude, you're in your late 40s. Give it a fucking, come down. You gotta come down here. You're doing that up here. You gotta just come down a little bit, Don't you got like a wife and kids or something? Go fucking hug your wife and do something. Go take your kids to the park. What are you doing? This guy's fucking almost 50 years old. I'm gonna kick your ass. He's getting no response. No, I'm really gonna kick your ass. You better talk to me. I'm gonna go and find you. Which I gotta say this much. He does have a lot of guts. I mean, look at his distended abdomen. Definitely has a lot of guts. So much they're gonna start spilling out of his belly button. So you got that. But otherwise, I mean, this guy's an absolute idiot. Absolute idiot. I just can't believe it, though. I can't believe that someone would do that to their body for so long, put themselves in such a condition, and just still be going at it, and going at it, and going at it. You'd think at a point you'd just be like, oh, shit, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And it's just like, dude, good Lord. I can't wait. Just give it another 5-6 years. Just all the, oh, God. If you think he's going to make it another 5 to 6 years? Does anybody here think that? Oh, fuck, man. His face is horrendous. His whole body, his body's just weird. It's the weirdest body I've ever seen. It's kind of like he's kind of like jacked, but he's like fat, and it's because his intestines are just like overgrown. That's what I think. This is a theory, because this guy's he's very lawsuit happy, So theoretically speaking, in my opinion, which is not professional, if you do inject things that you shouldn't be injecting, it can cause your intestines to grow. Yeah. And it can make your abdomen distend and just become like, ugh. Now, I have no proof that that's what this guy is doing. I have no proof. It's just my opinion, which my opinion should be taken for nothing other than just some guy who's screaming at a camera. That's who I am. I'm just a guy who screams at a camera. But what I can't say is this guy's a fucking idiot, right? Whatever his name is, fucking Pancreas Prince. The Pancreas Prince. Because he ain't quite as big as a deal as he was a couple years ago. And that might be part of the problem. He ain't as big as a deal. 2-3 years ago, everybody knew who he was. Everybody does still know who he is. Nobody really gives a fuck. Right? Because he's done everything he's gonna do. He's a nut job. He does all the screaming in the woods, and now he's just sitting there with an ankle monitor. And I think that's what clout does to some people. I think that spiral where it's like, oh my God, I had everything, and now you're down here. That's what that is, guys. I'm your boy Cole Raven. You let me know down in the comment section. Who do you think's gonna win? Joseph of the Rogan, the guy who blocked me on Instagram for believing in Jesus? I'm never gonna let that down. Yeah, that happened. So many people may be new here. Joe Rogan blocked me on Instagram like when I was like a teenager. I was like 16, 17 or something like that. I was a teenager. And he was like on this atheist rant, and he was cooking like elk meat and peppers. And he was like, oh, you're pretty foolish for believing in God. And I was like, actually, you should let people believe what they want to believe. got like a few hundred likes, and then bam, I got blocked. I was like, whoa, I was like, you kidding me? Come on, man. I thought that was cool. It's not like I was beating on his head, but, you know, that's what that is. So this heathen, this godless heathen, Joseph Rogan, oh, in recent times he's been coming to Christ, versus the Liver King. I think Joe's gonna win, but I'm rooting for the Liver King, because I think it'd just be so cool. Just grabs his head, just fucking, yeah, whoa! I'd be screaming too. I don't know. You hear that? Yeah, it's the Liver King. He's fucking roaring outside. What a Liver King! Oh, 2 thumbs down! Thumb up!